Hello guys, Jerry speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 603. Today Rachel, Tootle, logo book classics. So let's read out, shall we? So we got for us. Stories by Grove Road Champion. Pictures by Forbor Gordy. Published by Gold Book New York, release cover 1945. Renewed 1973 by Ram House Incorporated. Alright, Zerb. See here is Tootle the train. There's some butterflies in it. Here we go. Far to the west of everywhere is a village of lower Trainswich, okay? All the baby locomotives like that go to there to learn to be the big motors like that. Anyway. The young locomotives steam up and down to the tracks, trying to call up and say toot, something like that. Anyway, of the big locomotives like that. Anyway, the best way they can do is a gay little Tootle, okay? Little train which has a fine school for engines, okay? No lesson of whistle blowing. Stopping for real flag waving. Popping loudly when started. Coming aboard with regards to safety. Stretching when shopping. And clicking and clacking over the rails. Wow. That makes more sense anyway. It had to be good enough for all of this. Next page. Anyways, of all the things that taught in the lower Trainswich school locomotives, the most important is, of course, stay on the rails no matter what. And that is exactly what it meant for education purposes only. That makes more difference than that. Next page. Anyways, with school references. Anyway. The head of the school is an old engineer named Bill. Bill Cosby, that is joking. Anyway. Bill always tells the new locomotives that he will not be angry. Angry your face. Anyways. If someone spill the soup, something like that, anyway. Pulling the dyer, something like that. And while they return the milk. Okay? Anyway. But the bar and now and then. Anyway, but they will never be good trains unless they get 100 A plus and stay on the rails no matter what. On the baby engines worker, they very hard can get 100 AS to stay on the rails. After a few weeks, not on one of the engines on the road train which school for the trades would even think of getting off the rails, no matter no matter what. Okay. One day, a new something like that, woman named Tootle, something like that, came to school. One of the finest baby I ever seen since 600. Wow. Thought Bill. Okay. He patted the gleaming young locomotive and said, "How would you like to grow up to be a flyer between New York and Chicago?" Huh? Okay. The flyer go very fast. I should like to be one. Joel answered. I'd like to go fast. Why watch me? Well, I'll watch you alright if you go to school, so at least you thought about it for going to school like this. And how do trains go to school? It's transportation work. Next page. Anyways, he raced all around the roundhouse. Good, said Bill. You must study whistle blowing. Puffing loudly when starting, stopping the red flag waving, and pulling the dyer without spilling the soup. Wow. And that makes more perfect sense. It makes more perfect sense. It's like Thomas in style, you know? But it's a little different than that, you know? Next page. Anyways, but most of you must stay on the rails no matter what is. Remember, you can You can't be a flyer unless you get 108 plus, stay on the rails. Tootle promised that he would never remember and that he would work very hard. He did as well, okay? He even worked hard on stopping them from the red flag waving. Tootle did not look like those lessons at all. There's nothing a locomotive hates with more than stopping. I see. Bill said there was no locomotive ever. Ever kept going when he saw red flag waving. One day when Tootle was practicing with his lesson and staying with the rails no matter what, a dreadful thing happened. He looked across the meadow. He was riding through and saw a fire. Strong black horse. Raced to the river, shot the black horse, kicked off his heels. Wet the horse, something like that. Spot trail streamed out behind him. His mane tossed in the wind of how he could run. Here I go, said Tootle to himself. If I'm going to be a flyer, I can't let the horse beat me, he popped in. Everyone at school will laugh at me. You think? Anyways, his wheel turned fast. So fast, it's more good. That they were silver streaks. The car rolled and bobbed it together. And just as Tootle was sure he could win, the tracks made a great curve. At least you could try that anyway, so there you go. Say how much you can stop that engine anyway. At least there's some with trains. Next page. Anyways, a whistle, said Tootle, cried Tootle. Anyway, almost done. We're getting close. Anyway, that horse will beat me now. He run straight while I take the great curve. Excuse me, okay? Anyways, then the dreadful thing happened. After all, that Bill had said about staying the rails no matter what. Tootle jumped off the tracks and raced alongside the black horse. The race ended at the time. Both Tootle and the black horse were happy, okay? They stood in the bike in the river to talk. It's nice to hear the bell, Tootle said. When Tootle got back to school, he said nothing about leaving the rails. He thought about it that night in the roundhouse. Something like that. Tomorrow I'll work hard, decided Tootle. I will not even think about leaving the rails, no matter what. Good enough. It did work hard. Practiced doing so much that the mayor himself ran up the hill. His green coattails, something like that, anyway, flopping, and said that everyone in the village had a headache. Would you please and stop tooling? So Tootle was set to practice stay on the rails no matter what. You think? You gotta do something, so very going down. I have to do something about it. Next page. Anyways, as he came to the great curve, this will be a lot of words. Anyways, Tootle looked across the meadow in the full of buttercups. Buttercup, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, it's like a big yellow carpet, something like that. How I should like playing them and hold them under my searchlights to see how I like butter. Thought Tootle, something like that. But no, I am going to be a flyer and must practice stay on the rails no matter what. Wow. Tootle clicked and clacked around the great curve. His wheel began to say over and over again, "Do you like butter, do you?" "I don't know," said Tootle crossly. "But I'm going to find out. Right here on Toon Disney." Joking. Anyway, he stopped much faster than he is a good flyer ever does. Something like that. Unless he stopping for a red flag waving, he stopped for the tracks and he bobbed the tracks. Anyway, he bobbed on the metal into the old buttercups. Yeah. What fun, said Tootle. Something like that. Anyway. And he danced around and around, and he Once the bar comes under the searchlight. I do like butter, so cried Tootle. I do. And at last the sun began to go down, and it was time to hurry to the roundhouse. That evening, while the chief orator was playing checkers with old Bill, he said, "It's queer." Never said that. Never had time for that thing in the book. But okay, it's very queer. But I found grass between Tootle's front wheels today. Said Bill. There must be grass growing in the tracks. But not tracks, said the day watchman, who spent his days watching the tracks and is nice watching Bill and his chief lawyer play checkers. Okay? Bill's face was stirred. Tootle knows he might get 108 plus and stay on the rails no matter what. If he's going to be a flyer. You think? You gotta at least do something about this, the checkers thing, and at least you have to get this A plus no matter on the what's the thing again? Stay on the rails no matter what thing. It had to make more sense anyway. So there you go. Got at least more difference than that. Next page. Anyways. One was done here. Anyway. Next day, Tootle played all day in the mill. Wow. He watched a green frog. He made a daisy shake. He brought a rainbow. He said softly, "Toot, toot." Start the bell. Shouted the bell. Why, it sound like a fire array, cried Tootle. Why do you sound like that? You sound like a queen or something. Anyway, that night, the first assistant lawyer said he had found a daisy and Tootle's bell. The day after that, the second assistant lawyer said that he had found the hollyhock flowers flowing the Tootle's 8 bowls and soup. You have got to be kidding me. You're gonna fall down. Next page. Anyways, and then the mayor himself said that he had even seen Tootle chasing the butterflies in the mill. The mayor himself said that Tootle looked very silly as well. Terrifying, I know. Early one morning, Bill had the long talk with the mayor himself. The mayor himself left the lower train switch school for welcome mode. He laughed and all the way from the village. Bill's plan was sure he put Tootle back on the track. He chuckled. Bill ran from one short store to the next by 10 yards, and his 20 yards of that and all you have is other. Chief order in the first, second, and third assistant orders were hammered and suing instead of oil and polishing. And Tootle is in the mill watching the butterflies fly and wishing he can dip, and sure they did. Yikes. I don't know if it's going to help us, but it makes terrible sense. Why did you have to do that instead of just focus on being the tracks all the time? Next page. Anyways, the non-store in Lower Thomaswich was open the next day and not a person who was at home. By the time that the sun came up, every villager was hiding in the mill along the tracks, and each of them had a red flag and had taken all the red goods and the railroad trains, which hard work was by the oars, but there was a red flag for everyone. Oh, jeez. Soon Tootle came totally happily down the tracks. Wow. When he came to the mill, he hopped off of the tracks and rolled along the grass. Just as he was speaking, it was a beautiful day. It was. The red flag poke up and with the grass wave hard. Tootle stopped. For every locomotive, we must stop the red flag waving. I'll go another way, he said to Tootle. Why do you bother? You're gonna crash, so there you go. At least there's something about it. Anyways, next page. Anyways, he turned to the left and Up came another waving the red flag, this time for the Melody Bird Cups. Bird Cups Power Girls, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before. But when he was came to the right, there was another red flag waving. Silly Tootle, come on. Anyways, there were red flags waving from the buttercups and the daisies on the trees near the bluebird's nest, and one behind the rain barrel. And of course, Tootle had to stop for each one. The locomotive must always stop for the red flag waving. Red flags, murder, Tootle. This mo is one full of red flags. Wow. Okay? How can you ever have any fun? You're falling, you know? Whenever I start at the stop, I am so sorry, folks. My computer suddenly feel like it's calling attention that my computer suddenly became full. So I have to, I decided to, hold off for just a moment on what happens next to Weekend Celebration episode 264, which I'm currently supposed to be uploaded on Rumble, but it's already done, so I have to finish editing this and get this over with. But for now, I have to get back to reading Bedtime Stories episode 603, which is Tootle. Here we go. Red flags, murder, Tootle. The smell is full of red flags. How can I ever have fun? Wow. Whenever I start, I have to stop. Whenever I think it's a smell, which is such a fine place, why do I ever see a good flag? You're telling me, you know? Just the tears were already to slide off this bar. Tootle having to look back over this cold car. Wow. Okay? Or on the track side bill, it was a hands up was a big green flag. Oh, said Tootle. So listen to that. He popped into Bill and stopped. This is a place for me, said Tootle. There was nothing but red flags with locomotives that get off the tracks. Hurry! Shouted the people of lower train switch and jump off in their hiding places. Hurry for Tootle the flyer. And that is a way to end that story. That is a perfect sense, people. Last page of the book says this. Now Tootle is a famous 2 miles a minute flyer. The thought y'all moments, listen to his advice, work hard, he tells them. Always remember to stop a red flag waving, but most of all, stay on the rails no matter what. That is a perfect way to end that story. Like I said before in this upcoming Bedtime Story episode. So that was Tootle Logo Book Biography. What did you think about this book? It was amazing. So far this book was a success. That was Bedtime Stories episode number 603. Hope you enjoyed it. So it's going to be Richard Scarry's Busy Towel. Now, excuse me, I gotta edit this free project, and I gotta get ready for bed, because I post on social media, I gotta get ready for bed, because after this is over, I was supposed to get ready to export the episode, and we'll get ready for, probably get ready for some things like we're supposed to be doing on YouTube. Probably get ready for other things, but do not know yet. We'll see what happens. Till next time, so just by baby, we'll be out. See ya.